Yo, what's up guys? It's Powerbang. Welcome back to another video. I've got a vlog-style Hollywood mansion montage coming to you at the beginning of this video. So let's cut to that in just a moment. I was there in Hollywood this last weekend for an event, and this is kind of the recap of what went down. That pretty much does it for the weekend. That was the Savage Siege event by Clash of Kings. Chief Pat, OJ, and I were down there to do some presentation of trophies for a tournament that was going on. It was a 10v10 affair. Last second come from behind victory, moving one team ahead of the other. It was pretty clutch at the finish. Very, very exciting. There was a MVP of this tournament, did the most damage out of everybody, and he actually got to take home that crown that was in the promo video. It was insanely intricate and super detailed. It took the company that made it, same company that did like Thor's hammer and like the Predator helmet and stuff. It actually took them a month to make that crown. So I don't know about you guys, but I would have taken that over cash for sure. It seemed really, really cool. Anyways, guys, Clash of Kings does have an update coming out here soon, and if you guys are interested in checking out the game that the tournament was all about, it will be in the description below. That being said, let's get into the attacks for today's video. All right, so we're here for the meat and potatoes of today's episode. We're going to be doing some discovery and figuring out if the new maxed out Valkyries are indeed overpowered, or if they're underpowered, or if they're just right about right. So in the research lab, I just had my Valks get to max level today. Wanted to try those out. The next thing I'm putting down, obviously, are the golems. The only thing I have left. So pretty pumped about the Valks, as they are my favorite troop. I love watching them destroy stuff inside of Rage. Let's hop in and watch some attacks, and I will show you my very first attack with Valkyries. Went up against a pretty high level base here. I believe this one is pretty much maxed out. I'm not seeing a whole lot of I'm not seeing a whole lot of buildings that are low at all. So this is pretty beefy. So I have my golem go in, looking pretty good. My CC golem redirects. Rather than going to the wall, like with the mortar and the wizard tower there, the golem actually redirects. Not what I wanted, so it took a little longer for me to develop the funnel. But here goes the Valkyries, and watch and see if these guys clear things out super fast. So right off the bat, I lose a few Valkyries off to the side going through the wall. And check this out. Early freeze spell and another one onto the Eagle. I actually had the wrong army composition. 2 free spells here. I wanted another rage spell instead. But with the single target Inferno, I wanted to freeze the Eagle. And unfortunately, my Valks in the core didn't really go that way. They're still just as finicky as far as the direction they want to go in an open core. They kind of spread around and do their thing, whatever. But honestly, they lasted a little longer than I expected them to. Up against this max base with tanks kind of, you know, trailing into the fight. And yeah, so let's go ahead back out of this one. We'll check out our next hit with the Valkyries. Will go down, and wouldn't you know it, this one turned out to be a little bit better. Now, strength of the base, a little questionable here, but the Valkyries are getting it done. So, again, dropped in the nice split CC Golem and regular Golem here. I've got that level 7 Golem coming out of the CC. I drop a few Valks here to do some funneling, and then wall breakers in the middle, and it's on like Donkey Kong from this point, guys. Here comes the Valkyries, trickling them in. They're going to get to the core, and again, we've got the right spell composition this time, but it's really just not going to matter. So we drop in a free spell. Probably could have got both Infernos there, but I really didn't think to do it. I just figured I'd mow through the core really, really fast, and then follow that up with the heal spell. So looking pretty good. Valks kind of pushing their way through, and this got a little closer than I expected it to. These Valkyries had a hard time getting through the point defense and the giant bombs up top here, and they end up getting melted. Now, we still have a bunch of Valkyries over here taking care of business, but they're not really coordinated, they're not grouped up, and when they finally do, they're on a wizard tower, so that kind of weakens their, you know, their attack here. They're gonna get mowed down pretty quickly, but we have the queen. And notice, guys, this probably would have went a heck of a lot smoother had I just, you know, used the rage spell that's in the CC. I didn't realize that I had the right spell composition this time, and I was used to the wrong spell composition, essentially. So I had another rage spell. I realize it here, drop it on the queen, and she is going to pick up the 3-star, getting the last defense taken care of. The rest is just cleanup. Pretty solid stuff. Now, what about amping it up a little bit? Can we 3-star a base that's a little bit more difficult? Let's go ahead, put these Valkyries to the test. We are bringing 2 Golems as part of the army composition. Only 2 Wizards. I'm bringing, like, no cleanup for the flanks. I'm bringing Golems and Valks, and that's it. So here we go. I'm gonna first open the walls here, and I'm gonna try to get the Golems to go in and beat the wall. So first mistake happens. Way wider target here than I anticipated. It goes after the Grand Warden down the wall. And so I drop in my Grand Warden, gonna drop in the heroes as well, and I'm gonna try to send a few Valks in here to go to the right. My goal is to clear out these buildings. Early jump spell is down, and I'm trying to lead them into the core to get to the double Inferno tower. They're stacked up next to each other. Double Inferno is super menacing for Valkyries. However, if you freeze them, it's not all that dangerous. So we're gonna go ahead, drop the rage. Here's the freeze, getting good value on that. Another rage and heal are about to go down. There's the core just getting absolutely torn apart. There's the heal on the backside, and all those Valkyries are basically inside of the heal, untouchable, and the eagle's about to go down. I drop another freeze again with the wrong army composition. You guys ever had that happen where you're queuing armies back to back, and because you didn't use a spell, the next army composition gets screwed up, and then you have an extra of that type of spell, and you basically just alternate the wrong army comp? Yeah, well, that's what I did tonight, but that's okay. Valkyrie's getting it done. Look at them still up, still mowing through this base. They're noticeably more powerful now, guys, as far as their health and the duration of time that they last. As susceptible as ever to splash damage, giant bombs, wizard towers, inferno towers, and the eagle artillery. But you know what? I'm impressed. I'm impressed so far with these Valkyries. Now, will they be overpowered? I don't know about that. We're going to come up with a conclusion at the end of the episode here. Again, it's all said and done. The queen snaps over, picks up the 3-star here. Valkyrie still left over, but that is that. We get the 3-star there on that base. Pretty pumped about that one. I'm not going to show the next one because I totally forgot to drop my troops, and it doesn't appear as though I brought my CC Golem. So, no big deal. We're going to go to this one where I did have all of my stuff, and I managed to get my army correct, and I managed to forget to drop the spell again because I yeah, whatever. So, we've got the Golem going in. This Golem redirects. I didn't realize that that unbuilt building, whatever that was a defense. So my Golem wanders off, and now I've got my King and Queen exposed in the middle. This isn't good at all. I wanted to redirect the Golems in first. I would have gotten so much farther, but I didn't have time for the Golems to actually do some tanking. So, both of the Golems are being tanked for by my Valkyries. Right, that's not how you're supposed to do it, kids, but that's okay. So here we go in the core. Rage spells down, just mowing through the Town Hall, getting the Inferno Tower, staying in the heal spell, looking really sharp, and unfortunately my Grand Warden ability wears off right as the Valks come and hit the Giant Bomb. So they do get hit, and unfortunately, they're not going to get this Expo taken care of, although it's super close. Man, how did that Expo not get taken care of? There were so many Valks there. That is going to, you know, make the case for these are not overpowered. But they are certainly strong. Look at this base. It got destroyed, man. The Queen's going to fast forward her way around. But again, notice the... oh, man. If that Expo would have gone down, the Valkyries would have gotten through the wall here and taken out something of value. I feel like this could have been 3 had I remembered to use the Rage, but I'm just not smart, apparently. So, long story short, guys, Valkyries, I think are pretty strong right now, and on the right basis, I definitely think that there is a use for them. I hope to see these incorporated more into the meta. One of the next times I use Valks, I'm going to hopefully incorporate them into war attacks and see how they translate. But for now, the verdict is not overpowered, not underpowered, but pretty balanced, to be honest with you. I think they're viable. I think there's the ability for somebody to prove that. I was able to smash a couple of bases here, one of them woefully underpowered, obviously. Another one that had, you know, higher level Town Hall 11 stuff, just badly placed Infernos, but those are the types of bases that you're looking for to take advantage of. Poorly placed Inferno Towers in the same compartment that you can get to with Raged Valks. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you to Clash Kings for sponsoring it, but if you guys liked it, hit the like button. Come back tomorrow for some more mobile gaming action with Powerbang. I'll catch you guys soon.